Have you ever clicked a button on a website and wondered what really happens behind the scenes? It's not magic, it's something called an HTTP request. Now, stick with me, you'll understand what this is by the end of the episode. So what is an HTTP request? Think of it like ordering food at a restaurant. When you click a button on a website, your computer is essentially making a request to a server somewhere in the world. The server is like a kitchen in this restaurant scenario. It's preparing stuff. It's, in this case, preparing information to send back to your computer. This happens every time you load a page or submit a form online. So of the HTTP requests, there are four main types that you probably use daily. There's GET request, POST request, PUT request, and DELETE. There are more than that, but just bear with me. We're just gonna go over these ones because they're the most important. So going back to our restaurant analogy, a GET request is basically like you asking to see the menu. When you visit a website, your browser is sending a GET request to the server. It's asking for the page's content. The server then will respond by sending back everything you need to see the page, such as text or images or whatever. A POST request is similar to submitting what you'd like to eat. When you submit information online, like logging in or submitting a form, your browser is sending a POST request. The server then processes the data and then confirms your login or processes your form. A PUT request is similar to the POST request, but it's more like tapping your waiter on the shoulder and asking, hey, can I change my order? If you've ever updated anything on a site, like changing your profile picture, that was probably a PUT request. It's telling your server to update with something new. Finally, we have a DELETE request, and it does exactly what it sounds like. It's like you asking your waiter to cancel the order entirely. If you want to remove anything like a cringe photo from 2009, you'd be making a DELETE request. The server will remove the data as you request. Understanding HTTP requests can explain why some web actions take longer than others. So for example, GET requests can be fast because they typically are just retrieving information, whereas a POST or a PUT request is taking way longer since they have to process the data that you've given them. HTTP requests are the backbone for websites and web applications. So next episode, we're gonna look at what APIs are, and you'll see how they heavily rely on something called the HTTP request. So next time you're clicking away at a website or entering in something on a form, just remember, it's just like being at a restaurant and interacting with the kitchen through a waiter. And that waiter is the HTTP request. That's it for this episode of Top Tips. Stay tuned for next episode for more top tips.